Young man comes to rent your house, and then before you know, he's turned the place to a club.
Just in 5 years.
Yes. He lived there for 5 years. He worked there for 5 years. Without your knowledge, he turned the place into a club. It was beautiful. He made more upgrade and more staffs. What would be your reaction?
This is a facility that was rented out to a young man who said he wanted a place to reside. So more like a residential permit or renting. And then after renting the thing, all of a sudden, your man lost interest in staying in the place and he felt like, no, let me use the place to, turn it into a club and run it up. And he did all of this without letting the owner of the property know.
DJ Pac. Well, people, welcome to the channel. My name is DJ Pacorich, aka Mazi.
Of course, for an educational reason.
Otumba.
For a traditional reason.
Ezem.
For a spiritual reason.
And when we hit on the streets,
Charlie Omona Siriki.
And of course, I'm not doing this alone. I'm here with my brother.
PKB, as people they call me now.
Yeah, so as usual, I mean, there are times that you people will be craving for Ghanaian stories. So today we are bringing you something interesting that happened in Ghana. So if you are a landlord, let's say you are a landlord in Nigeria, somewhere around Lekki, or
Port Harcourt.
Yes, and then a young man comes to rent your house. And then before you know, he's turned the place to a club.
Just in 5 years.
Yes. He lived there for 5 years. He worked there for 5 years. Without your knowledge, he turned the place into a club. It was beautiful. He made more upgrade and more staffs. What would be your reaction? But anyway, the big story is with PKB. And so we will show you visuals of the venue or the location whilst PKB narrates what really happened. And this story is a big deal in Ghana because it day courts where it trend. So let's take it from PKB.
Yeah. All right. So director, if we could roll, I could just be doing the narration while we are watching.
Yeah, it's on.
So guys, join us. As you can see, this is a facility that was rented out to a young man who said he wanted a place to reside. So more like a residential permit or renting. And then after renting the thing, all of a sudden, your man lost interest in staying in the place and he felt like, no, let me use the place to, turn it into a club and run it up. And he did all of this without letting the owner of the property know. And then after 5 years, the owner comes to ask for the money because it's been a while since he has paid or made payment for the property he rented. Upon coming to see the property after not receiving payment for a while, they were shocked because he has actually turned the entire property into a nightclub, added more structures, more plantain, I don't know
flowers,
if it's palm trees, more flowers, and has virtually turned the whole place into a nightclub, more like a bar or a lounge. And they were shocked and they were like, how you go to do this without not telling us? And so they took the issue to court on the fact that one, you are not paying rent, and two, you've turned the place into a nightclub without their knowledge. And the young man was like, oh, if that's the case, you guys should stay humble. But they didn't stay humble. And the husband or the boyfriend of the lady who owns the property posted a video on socials and it went viral. And now the young man who rented the place, integrity is at stake. I mean, they've literally messed his career up, and he feels so hurt. And so he also took the issue to court, and the court has granted him the permission to take everything from the place, all the things that he has turned the place into. He can do it, whether it is movable or not movable. And that is where you can see people taking out, the green carpet. There's a bulldozer there to actually take out everything. And so when the owners of the property realize that the way this man is taking things out, he will eventually break everything down and then leave them with nothing. That is where the landlord realized that no, it will be better for them to apologize for messing up the guy's integrity and maybe be as wise as possible to go into a better agreement with him so that he can continue doing what he's doing and maybe pay. And then that is where they got to an agreement to actually settle this thing amicably, where they agreed with the guy.
But have they agreed?
Yes, they've agreed with him. And so they've given him the go ahead to actually use the place. Because the way the thing is going now, if they destroy everything, they will literally be left with nothing.
Yes.
And it's more like just a one house that was in the middle, and he's been able to build other mini buildings. There's an office space where he was literally even going to take all of those buildings out. Yeah. And so that's the background story of the whole thing.
Well, I think my own is that I feel the young man did not do well in the first place.
Yes.
At least when you are even going for electricity meters, they will ask you if this is commercial or this is how do you call it?
Residual, like
for residents
for residual
and
use.
So if you are using somebody's property for commercial purpose, I'm sure definitely the person would up the rates because he knows that you're also making money from his properties. You understand? And then if you fail to tell him and then you turn his place, you invest more without his knowledge. Well, some landlords wouldn't take it cool. And that's exactly what really happened. But I feel that the landlord should have, drawn him to the negotiation table, increase the rent, give him reasons why he feels he shouldn't pay what he's paying
before.
You understand? Then you will all come in agreements and you have a beautiful business. Because at the end of the day,
he has already turned the place into something
it is happening. It has become favorite of the people.
Yeah.
You understand? And I'm sure if you are smart enough, the guy knows that he has invested so much. So for him to lose, he will rather, come to your terms and make sure that you settle this thing peacefully.
Yes.
You understand? So this is what is really happening in Ghana. Today, you want to hear Ghana news. We give you Ghana news. Let's see you in the comment section. Else, we'll take you to plus 233. Today, we brought you plus 223 story or plus 234. And so, contribute. Let us see your thoughts. Let's see your view and all that. So this is what is happening. And tomorrow too, Ghana is playing Chad. I don't know who Nigeria is playing for the World Cup qualifiers. Let's see if something better will come out of it. If they fail, we go eat them. But we are hoping that they win. Let me know if Super Eagles is also playing. And then what is their fate. We're out of here. We'll come back with another episode. Bye-bye.
Peace.
DJ Paco Rich.